This is a guided body scan meditation, an opportunity to focus on each region of your body in turn. So choosing a warm and comfy quiet place where you won't be interrupted. This is a time for you, a time to be by yourself, to nourish yourself, to replenish your resources, care for yourself and your health and well-being. To begin the body scan, bringing your awareness now to points of contact between the body and the surface that you're lying on. The shoulder blades, the back of the head, the buttocks, the sacrum, the back of the legs and down to the heels. Allowing the weight of the body to flow down into the floor through these points of contact, and allowing the body to be held and supported by the floor. And remember that beneath the floor, there's a whole planet, vast and strong and stable. And to the planet, you're as light as a feather. So giving up the weight of your body to the planet, imagining your body is draped across the surface of the floor. And gathering your awareness now around the breath, becoming aware of how the body expands with each in-breath and relaxes down to the floor or bed again with each out-breath. Having a sense of the body being gently massaged by the breath. Beginning the body scan at the head, I'm going to name each place, and I want you to rest your awareness there lightly and gently, noticing whatever sensations are present there. Not looking for anything in particular, not trying to achieve a special state. Just coming home to the body, moment by moment. So bringing your awareness now to the face, the whole face. Noticing any sensations in the face, noticing the temperature. And just checking that you're not holding any tension in the jaw, clenching the teeth. And allowing the tongue to be soft inside the mouth. Moving up and over the smooth cheeks towards the eyes, and allowing the eyes to be soft, to rest back in their sockets, and allowing the skin around the eyes to be soft and gentle. Coming up then to the broad, smooth expanse of the forehead, this area between the hairline and the eyebrows, and allowing it to be soft and smooth and open. Imagine smoothing your brows out from the center to the edges and letting go of any tension, any holding. This is a part of the body that can get very tight. And if you notice this, just allowing it to soften. perhaps especially on the out-breath. And broadening out again now to be aware of the whole face, soft and smooth and open. Coming down from the face to the throat area at the front of the neck. This is another part of the body where we often hold tension, perhaps to do with speaking, an urge to speak or a regret about something we've said. And making the most of this time of silence to let this area become soft and open and still. And then allowing your awareness to slide around to the back of the head, noticing the sensations and the point of contact between the head and the pillow, and seeing if you can give the weight of the head up fully. And now see if you can give it up even more. And as you let go of this holding, you may notice a softening around the base of the skull, a release, or an opening up. Just noticing any sensations in this area. So on the in-breath, breathing in a softness into this area, and on the out-breath, allowing tension and holding to drain down into the earth a little bit more. And then allowing your awareness to flow down into the back of the neck itself, becoming aware of the vertebra in the neck, the discs and joints, and the long columns of muscle that run up either side of the neck. And remember, these muscles do a lot of work, holding up the head. So making the most of these moments of lying down and letting these muscles become long and broad and soft. And every time we may feel another moment of contracting, perhaps having an awareness of giving up the weight of the head to the cushion even more. Allowing your awareness now to flow down from the neck into the upper back, and spreading out across the length and width of the upper back. You might become aware of the weight of the back against the floor, or bed or chair. And see if you can let this go down into the chair or floor without any holding or tensing. So giving the weight of the back up fully to the earth. And very gradually becoming aware of the movement in the upper back with the breath. Becoming aware of the continuous movement of the breath in the body, of its gentle rhythm. Bringing your awareness now to the ribs, perhaps noticing how they expand on each in-breath and contract on each out-breath. Becoming aware of the lungs expanding and subsiding as you breathe. You may have a sense of the whole upper back rising up from the floor on the in-breath and settling back down on the out-breath. And just see if you can let these movements be completely natural, without resistance. Having a sense of the whole body being breathed, without any conscious control, fully absorbed in the natural rhythm of the breath. And coming down to the middle back, the area just below the ribs, behind the waist, and noticing the way this is being moved by the breath, massaged by the breath. Becoming aware of a sense of broadening and opening on each in-breath, and contracting and subsiding on each out-breath. And moving down into the lower back, the broad expanse of the lower back, and noticing the way the breath also affects this part of the body. Becoming aware of the broadening and opening, the subsiding and contracting. And just seeing if you can inhabit the lower back with your awareness as fully as you can. You may become aware of some discomfort or perhaps even pain. Just seeing if you can be with these sensations as they come into being, moment by moment. Notice perhaps how these are changing. You may become aware that they are not fixed or solid, more fluid perhaps than you've realized. Becoming aware that these sensations are continually changing. And breathing in awareness into these sensations on each in-breath with the soft and tender breath. And breathing out a releasing, a letting go with each out-breath, allowing the tension and holding to drain down towards the earth. Bringing your awareness then round to the buttocks and the sacrum, this large flat area at the base of the spine. This is an area that takes a lot of weight when we're lying. And just feeling the effects of the breath in this part of the body. And if you can't feel the breath in these parts of the spine, you may perhaps have a sense of an echo of the breath. The possibility of movement from the breath in this part of the spine. Broadening out now to take in the whole of the spine, from the base to the very top at the base of the skull. Becoming aware of the whole length of the back and the whole breadth. Aware of the gentle movement of the breath, allowing the back to feel massaged by the breath. You may imagine that the spine is like pieces of pumice lightly strung together, floating on the ocean, floating up on each in-breath and down on each out-breath, allowing the body to feel rocked and cradled by this gentle rhythm. And bringing your awareness now to the back of the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the points of contact with the surface on which you're lying. And moving your awareness up into the shoulder joints, and having a sense perhaps of the arms falling out of the shoulders, giving up the weight of the arms to the bed or floor. Seeing if you can let the arms be really heavy. You may find you can increase a sense of space and openness in the shoulder joints. Just being aware of whatever happens as you give the weight up of the arms more and more fully. Moving down then to the elbows, becoming aware of where they're resting, rooted to the earth. Allowing the lower arms to fall out of the elbows, the hands to fall out of the lower arms, and the fingers to fall out of the hands. And seeing if you can let the fingers be still and soft, just resting moment by moment. You may find if you can soften and release the fingers, can help the mind to settle and be soft. Allowing the hands and the palms to be soft. And just becoming aware of a sense of temperature in the hands. Are they cool or are they warm? Are both hands the same? And just trying not to judge our experience, but just becoming aware of a broad sense of the hands. Then gradually and gently allowing our awareness to flow back up the arms, through the shoulders, to the top of the chest, the slope of the collarbones and down onto the chest area. And becoming aware once again of the movement of the breath in the chest. Noticing how it expands on each in-breath and retracts on each out-breath. Noticing how the lungs are emptying and filling, and the sternum is rising on each in-breath and falling on each out-breath. Aware of all the different sensations in the chest area as you breathe. And allowing the awareness now to flow down to the soft front of the body, this area between the pelvis and the ribs. And becoming aware of how the whole of the front of the body is affected by the breath. Becoming aware of the diaphragm, noticing how it broadens and flattens on each in-breath and relaxes back up into the chest on each out-breath. And this movement of the diaphragm causes the whole belly to swell on the in-breath and relax back down on the out-breath. So just allowing your awareness to rest on this gentle flow of movement in the front of the body. Allowing the movement of the diaphragm to massage your internal organs with each in-breath and each out-breath. You may find a sense of spaciousness deep inside the body as you rest your awareness there. Opening out now to be aware of the whole front of the torso, the soft belly, the ribs, the collarbones. Becoming aware of the swelling to the front and sides with the in-breath and the softening back down on the out-breath. Just having a sense of the body being rocked and cradled and gently massaged by the breath. Allowing the body to be breathed moment by moment. And moving down from the torso towards the pelvic area, with the hip bones at either side, the pelvic floor towards the center. And just becoming aware of any undue holding or tension in this area. And if you notice this, letting it go a little on the out-breath. You may have a sense of broadening on the in-breath and retracting and toning on the out-breath. And coming now to the hips on either side, where the legs attach to the torso. When we're upright, there's often a sense of compression in this area with the forces of gravity. So again, making the most of this moment of lying down, letting this area release a little bit, allowing it to soften, to broaden and open on the in-breath, and to soften and release on each out-breath. You may find you can have a sense of allowing the legs to fall out from the hips, so giving up the weight of the legs to gravity. And then just seeing if you can give up the weight of the legs a little bit more. There's no need to hold them. Letting them rest. Giving up the weight of the legs to the earth. Allowing your awareness then to slide down into the thighs, this long column of bone and muscle, noticing any sensations or lack of sensations in this area. Just seeing if we can inhabit the thighs with our awareness. Whatever is there, it's okay. We may have a sense of the muscles hanging within the thighs as we rest here. And just allowing these muscles to soften into length and width. And coming down now to the knees, these joints that join the lower legs to the upper legs. Again, a part of the body where there is often a sense of pressure from walking or standing. So making the most of this moment when they don't have to do any work. and just letting them rest. You may want to imagine the kneecaps floating on top of the knees. And moving down from the knees to the lower legs, just seeing if you can inhabit the lower legs with your awareness. Noticing any sensations, any temperature. Aware of the soft muscles at the back of the shins, the long thin bone at the front. Noticing any sensations of contact between this part of the body and the floor or bed. And noticing how, if you find any areas of holding, if you have an intention of release, these areas will soften, especially again on each out-breath. And moving down now from the shins to the ankles. These complex joints, a network of tendons and bones, where the feet join to the lower legs. And seeing if you can have a sense of the feet falling out of the ankles, releasing the ankles into space and stillness. And allowing now our awareness to inhabit the feet. Allowing the breath to flow down into the feet, becoming aware of the soles of the feet. And bringing a quality of tender, gentle, appreciative awareness to the soles of the feet. Noticing any sensations. Noticing temperature. And flowing round from the soles of the feet to the top of the feet, noticing any difference in sensation. Just becoming aware of how the feet are feeling moment by moment. So now allowing your awareness to flow down into the toes, becoming aware of any sensations in the big toe, in the small toe, and all the toes in between. Becoming aware of any sensation or lack of sensation in the toes. You may even notice an echo of movement of the breath right down in the toes. And just noticing whatever's there. Now, very gently and slowly, broadening out your awareness to include the whole body, including the feet, the legs, the pelvis, the torso, the front and the back, the arms, the neck, the head, the face, becoming aware of the whole body lying here, moment by moment. Noticing the way the body appears to be still, and yet the sensations in the body are continuously changing. And the body is being continually rocked and cradled and massaged by the breath. So rather than relating to the body as something fixed and hard, you may have a sense of it being more fluid, a flow, a mass of changing sensations that come into being and pass away moment by moment. Being aware of pleasant sensations and unpleasant sensations, and sensations that are dull, and seeing if you can allow all of these to rise and fall without resisting or clinging. So having a broad and open field of awareness that includes everything in the body, all held by the gentle flow of the natural breath. So breathing in an awareness of the body, and breathing out a softening and a letting go. And now very gently and quietly beginning to draw the body scan to a close. So bringing your awareness now beyond the body, becoming aware of sounds inside the room and outside of the room. You may be aware of other people in the room. Aware of contact between your clothes and the body and the floor or bed. And when you're ready, allowing perhaps your eyes to open gently. And starting to move the fingers and the toes, stretching out the arms. And how you come out of the body scan is important, so please follow the instructions you'll have been given. You don't want to strain the body. And when you're ready, gently and gradually, moving into the next activity of your day, and seeing if you can take this quality of awareness with you as you go. And this is the end of the body scan meditation.